What is good, my good people? Happy Wednesday. Grab a drink because we have a lot to talk about. Guys, what has happened the last 24 hours? Guys, we made a mess. The chaos, the drama. Joyce, MJ, what did you... Guys, okay. So we had our after hours episode on Monday, okay? And we spoke about Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. Meg Thee Stallion made a statement saying that she'd broke up with him and that basically he cheated on her. Okay. I made a statement and I said that Megan Thee Stallion has made Klay Thompson globally... What was the word I used? Because I want to get this right. I basically said that she gave him global influence. I posted that video. I think we dropped the snippet on Tuesday. No, we dropped the snippet on Monday night. Guys, I went to bed. The episode got dropped. I went to sleep. Now, you guys know that if you guys know me, you guys know that I've had social media buffoonery in the past. If you know me and social media buffoonery go neck and neck, hand in hand. And there's always an indicator that indicates to me that the social media buffoonery has gone to a level in which the level of buffoonery is great. Do you understand? I woke up to an email, a random email from a random person, basically saying, "You bitch, how could you say that Klay? Hey, oh. Imagine, I've woken up at 7 a.m. You know, I'm waking up at 7 a.m. to do my steps because, I've been doing the step climber every morning. I'm ready to wake up early to go to the gym. I saw that email and I thought, oh my God. Chaos has commenced. Drama has started. I don't even know how I'm going to start this episode, but all I know is that it's not going to start with sorry. So if you think you're coming here for an apology, or you think you're coming here for me to retract my statements, you can retract yourself back to your dirty hole that you was in before you came out to start talking shit. I'm standing 10. If I had the extra pinky, I would stand that too. I'm standing 10 toes down. I said what the fuck I said, bro. I said, mommy said what she said. Okay? And if you want to tear your body, if you want to tear your body, I even dropped my key. If you want to tear your body because MJ said something that you're not happy with, you can go to your hole and you can cry about it on your phone. Here's the thing. One thing I love, because it's the mandem that are ruffled, okay? Now I love the mandem. Me and the mandem have a love-hate relationship because I'm a heterosexual woman. I am attracted to black men. I love them. Every shade. To be honest, I don't discriminate. Sometimes I'll be dabbling in other sorts of candy. Do you know what I mean? But the mandem are really ruffled about this. And what I have to say, I love the passion. The passion is sexy, but I think the passion is misdirected. Because here's the thing, statistically, women are outworking the men. But I'm seeing the passion, and I would like to think that if you could put this amount of passion into sports, into people that you don't know, why not put the passion in getting a job? Why not put the passion in going to school and getting further education? Because I'm seeing so much passion from people who are very jobless. And I'm seeing a lot of passion from people who look so tired. And I'm like, this is a shame. This is like, you don't even know me. All you're just like, it's like if you put your heart and soul into something that was productive, like getting a job, like going to school, sharpening your mind, I think the statistics problem would be different. But when we have so many sassy men all in my comments talking about, yeah, you don't even know what the point. Let me just say this, guys. I stand on what I said. Meg Thee Stallion, Meg Thee Stallion gave Klay Thompson global influence. I am not saying that Klay Thompson is not incredible at what he does. I'm not saying that he is not well respected in the space that he occupies. But outside of basketball, outside of those that watch basketball, outside of those that have an interest in basketball, nobody really knew him until Meg Thee Stallion, who, by the way, is a phenomenal artist, but also has global influence in multiple spaces of social media and the internet. As well as being an artist, she's been in movies. As well as being, people know her. Like WAP, even if you are not somebody who is a super fan and has listened to all her albums, you can be outside of her realm and know the name. There are a lot of NBA players who are currently playing in season that I have never heard of in my life. Guys, I kid you not. Let me open my laptop, because one thing I love educating myself. I didn't even know the team that Klay Thompson played for before this whole debauchery. I swear to God, I thought he was playing for the Lakers. So when I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I actually don't know much about the NBA, which is fair because I'm a British woman and basketball is not as popular as it is in America. None of our national television networks play basketball like they would a football. But there are people here that like the sport, or they play 2K, but it's a very small population. So when I was doing my research on Klay Thompson, I said, does this guy not play for the Lakers? No. Klay Alexander Thompson is an American professional football player for the Dallas Mavericks. Guys, on my mum's life, today's the day that I found out there was a team called Dallas Mavericks. I didn't know. I said, Dallas has a team? NBA is so amazing. They're doing amazing things. When you're in America, people who live in America and people who are engrossed into basketball know about basketball. I promise you, I couldn't even tell you 6 teams, the names of 6 teams. Forget about the players. 6 teams in the NBA. I know Lakers. I know the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. I know the Chicago Bulls. I know one that, is it the Cleveland Browns? Or is it the one that has the green? Is the Cleveland Browns a team? That's even NFL, sorry. Anyways, I couldn't even tell you 5 teams in the NBA. And that's not to say the NBA is not doing incredible. It's just that people need to understand that outside of America and people, and I would say China, there's certain places in the world that basketball is phenomenal. We don't even know the names of the teams here, okay? So, anyways, I decided to do a deep dive because I really don't know anyone that is currently playing in the NBA, right? NBA current players. So the NBA player rankings, according to The Ringer, so there's some guys here. I will tell you who I know and who I don't know. So the top 100 players in the NBA. So number 1 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and he plays for the Oklahoma Thunder. I've never heard of this man in my life. And if you've heard of them, guys, comment below. Nikola Jokic, the Denver Nuggets. Ooh, he's 6'11"? I've never heard of him in my life. Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs. I've never heard of him. 7'4", Baba Klats. This one is a big boy. Oh, 7'4". How's that possible? Luke Doncic. Never heard of him in my life. Kawhi Leonard. Never heard of him in my life. Anthony Edwards. Never heard of him. I'm going to scroll to find... Oh, Stephen Curry. See, I know Stephen Curry. He's number 11. Jaylen Brown, which is the boss. Ooh, Jaylen. He's handsome. Jaylen Brown. He's 6'6". He's 29. He's top 10 in the NBA player ranking. Wait, let me just double check because sometimes you just... Oh, Jaylen Brown, wait. 6'6", 223 pounds? Wait. You know I love me some chocolate in this bitch. Hold on a second. 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Wait. Is he handsome? Wait, is he handsome? And he plays for the Brown Celtics. Okay, Jaylen Brown on Instagram. He's got 3.9 million. Ooh, he's handsome. I've never seen him before. Ooh. Daddy. Oh my God. Ow. 6'6". Listen, now I know why you guys are passionate about this sport, because there's some things here. Oh my days. I don't even like, player of the year. Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have never heard of this man, sincerely. But I will say he is sexy AF. Yeah, I can see why you boys like this sport. You know, like, I feel like there's a lot of guys that's in the closet in it, and there's something sexy about men sweating and toiling and throwing up and down the court. I hear it. Like, you don't need to be mad at me. You don't need to be mad at me. Okay, let's continue. Ooh, Jaylen Brown. Okay, Boston Celtics. Okay. Okay, obviously we know Stephen Curry, the Golden State Warriors. I didn't even know what team he played for, but, you know, shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Then we have Jalen Brunson. Never heard of him. Oh, I've heard of Kevin Durant. Why have I heard of Kevin Durant? I've heard of Kevin Durant. He's number 13. Shout out to Kevin Durant. Number 14 is Tyrese Maxey. Obviously, James Harden, Cleveland. James Harden I've heard of. That's number 20. And then you have number 21, who is LeBron James. I know LeBron James. Out of the top 10 men who are currently playing in the NBA, and congratulations to all of you. The NBA and everything you've achieved is phenomenal. I'm sure you're making money. I'm sure you're making your cities proud. I'm sure you're making your country proud. But me, as a UK resident, there's only 2 of you I have ever heard of in my life. And one of you I would like to get to know. Okay? One of you I'd like to get to know. Guys, don't come for me, all right? Here's the thing. And again, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm not even trying to put down people who are in the NBA, because I am very aware of what the NBA is, the National Basketball Association, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let me just check, fam. Guys, at this point, what does even the NBA stand for? I'm aware of the cultural relevance of basketball in America and how big it is. I'm aware that the men are very... I'm aware the way the men are with basketball is how the men are here with football, and I respect that and I appreciate that. I'm not reducing what basketball has done and how it's influenced you guys' culture. But in terms of how basketball influences my culture, our culture here in the UK, it is not the same. And for anyone in the UK that wants to argue that point, you are a bird, and stop begging it, okay? Stop begging it. I was seeing girls in the comments like, yeah, how could you say that? You don't know Klay. If you want to suck a nigga's dick, just say. Like, I'm tired of the pick-me-shas trying to bend around shit, okay? If you are looking for a man, just say it. Stop using me to try and use my head to jump, to step on my head so that men can look at you, you dickhead. Like, I was just thinking, girl, shut your mouth. Shut up. I want to say this respectfully, okay? And again, I am so open to the of me being educated and us being educated about the NBA. If you want to educate me about the NBA respectfully, if you want to respectfully come to my DMs and you're dark skin, you're an NBA player, dark skin, 6 foot something, chocolates, good clothes, wearing clothes, good like, if I don't even know what like, if you want to educate me, I would love that, because I'm somebody that, I need a little bit of teaching. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to teach me about what it is for basketball, like, I can do that. I want to do that. I'm down, I'm not sure why the guys are in a frenzy. Is it very hard for a man to accept the fact that a woman put him on, or someone is saying that a woman put him on? And you know what's so funny? There was a conversation that was recently had about Lamar Odom, and I was watching the Netflix documentary that he did, and Khloe Kardashian was there, and he stated himself that the reason why he got with Khloe Kardashian was for a come up. that is a previous NBA basketball player who was at the top of his game, by the way. He was at the top of his game at the time he met Khloe Kardashian. And he understood that Khloe Kardashian lives in a different realm that transcends multiple pockets of the entertainment space. I am going to say that there are some basketball players there are some people in your top 10 currently in the current season that nobody knows about. But we know Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes is more famous than some of your top 10 NBA players currently. Because reality TV and music expands to certain realms that, unfortunately for you guys that are in my comments, it doesn't transcend quite the same, and that's okay. That is okay. Niggas was in my comments like, oh yeah, what do you know about NBA Splash Boy? NBA Splash Boy, NBA Splash Boy. First of all, what the fuck is a Splash Boy? That sounds a little gay. What the hell is a Splash Boy? Oh yeah, you don't know about the dribbler, the 4-time championship ring dribbler. What on earth? Y'all just talking jargon. You're just saying shit. Would you know about the 4-time nominated dribblist? I just didn't. Guys, I didn't understand what was going on. And I am so open to education. But what I don't like the internet does sometimes is that because you know something, you think that somebody else that doesn't know that thing is dumb. So because you know a piece of information, you think that someone who doesn't know that piece of information is dumb. But that's not the case. We just live in different realms. Because if I ask somebody in America, do you know Jacqueline Wilson? What do you know about Jacqueline Wilson? 12-time book-holding champion. What do you know about Jacqueline Wilson? What do you know about the Sugar Babes, huh? What you know about the Sugar Babes? You know the Sugar Babes? Huh? If I had information that I knew, I'm not going to put someone down because someone else doesn't know it. Because we live in a different world. Like, we have different hobbies and stuff. And thank God that one of my hobbies is not sitting at home for 12 hours playing 12K. Is it called 12K? NBA 12K. What the fuck is it called? 2K. Not 12K. 2K. It's CNT, baby. So, in honor of the internet being the internet, I decided to read some of my hate comments. Guys, let me tell you something. A lot of people keep asking me about if I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. Thank you to my Patreon community for checking in on me. I love you guys so much. You guys are the best, okay? I'm absolutely fine. And I will never take personally opinions, for one, that differ to mine, and two, I would never take personally opinions from people who I would never swap lives with. If anyone wants to sit in his mattress and talk about MJ's this and that, you have autonomy with the thumbs in your body to be able to do that. Anyways, but I wanted to read some of my hate comments and reply to them because I've been getting a lot. The man them have been in my DMs and not in the nice way. Oh, this guy's handsome. I like him. This is a message from Alex, and he said, "You might be the dumbest person in the whole planet. Klay made himself famous. Klay is a gold medal champion, and you're over here saying he's less famous than Megan. Get the fuck out. Her songs are trash, and Klay has built his name from the ground up to the superstar he is today. He never needed Megan." Okay, thank you very much, Alex, for your opinion. If that's you, you look dirty, your hair is greasy as and this is the problem. You put passion into DMing me, but the passion it takes to wash your hair, you don't have it. Next. And I'm telling you, he messaged me that 8 minutes ago. So this is, guys, these are fresh messages. This gentleman, BBE, well, his name is Cold Boy Young Arv. He said, "Please shut the fuck up. You about shit. You don't know nothing. You don't need a fucking podcast. You just be talking." Okay, let's have a look here. So we have Cold Boy Young Arv. Oh, he's a rapper, producer, and engineer. Okay, it's always the ones that are struggling to do the music thing, innit? Okay, and you look about 4'1". Oh my God, what a munchkin. Guys, he is a munchkin. How fun-sized. Oh, he's adorable. I just want to put you in my bag. Should we hear the music? Oh yeah, Cold Boy. This is your moment. So let's listen to your music. SoundCloud. Let's have a look. When is he gonna start rapping? Anyways, thank you to this Munchkin for your opinion that no one ever asked you for. Thank you. Next person currently in my DMs. This is a gentleman called Boo Boo 2100. You're slow as fuck. And this is Simps messed the game. I'm glad I'm out the game. This is the gentleman here telling me I'm slow as fuck. Like, I feel like when I hear men like looking like this, having conversations about simps and stuff, I'm like, who is giving you the time of day? Like, which women are giving you the time of day that you are on YouTube or social media talking about simps? Oh yeah, the simps made the game hard. How are you in the game? Anyways, thank you for your opinion that nobody asked for. Next. This gentleman, so I'm going to my comments now. This gentleman said, Patrick, go back under your rock. Let's have a look at him. It's always the dirty looking ones. And he's got influencer in his bio. He said, go back. He called me Patrick. That made me laugh though. Thank you very much for your comments. We have Notorious CEE saying, I'm a retard, absolute retarded. We must implement a global moratorium on podcasts. The spreading of stupidity has got to stop. Your head is shiny. His head is so, like, how does your head, how do you look like? What's that green thing called? Megamind. How do you actually look like Megamind? And you had the audacity to come into my comments, talk to me about what I'm saying on my podcast. And your head is that big. You're not allowed. You're banned. You're banned. Hyro Care said, who gave you a podcast? Why are you allowed to talk about bullshit? Meg was a nobody before Klay. This is the world we live in where anybody can get a podcast and yap. Guys, can I also make a disclaimer? I'm not gonna lie. People need to stop putting me in this conversation about podcast equipment. You need to stop a podcast. Podcast is cheap. Da, 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 da. Guys, the set I'm sitting on, this room right here is £20,000 alone. Okay? I've not even accounted for the cameras. Altogether, this whole room, this whole setup is about 30 racks alone, okay? So when you start talking about podcast equipment, please don't bring mine, no. This mic itself is £600. I have 4. Please, that's one thing I ask. I've invested a lot of money into this production. And that's the difference between maybe your mommy's friend that starts a podcast in her kitchen. This is a production, darling, okay? It's very different. This is a production. This is a podcast production. Please, when they keep talking about equipment, they keep speaking about me. Please stop it. This set alone, the lights, everything, 20K. Calm that talk. Do you understand? I'm getting upset because I ain't on your podcast equipment, but no, not mine. Don't talk about mine. Okay? You can talk about Becky and Susie that have just started that don't talk about mine. Please, don't talk about my thing. Do you understand? Anyways, this is why I can't take none of you seriously, because it's like you be saying all these horrible, nasty things, and then I go on your page and you look like a mess. You look like it. And this is the thing: like a lot of people who can never do what you do or can never be in your position. You got podcast hosts in your bio, but only 5 people are listening to your podcast. I can't take none of what you say seriously. I can only just be like, okay, like move on to the next thing. All I'm saying is I'm standing 10 toes down and I said what the fuck I said. Am I very appreciative of the fact that Klay is doing amazing in his space? Yes. Could I also say that Meg Thee Stallion gave him global influence and has made him well known outside of basketball spaces? Absolutely. Period. So if you like I said, if you want to cry about it, scratch your eye. Listen, let me tell you something, guys. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been dragged through the ringers. You've dragged me to Nigeria. Right now, TMZ. Right now, Hollywood Unlocked. Every platform is talking about me right now. Mommy's still here. 5 years in the game. Like I don't understand. Like, when are you going to understand that this is... I don't get it. So if you want to cry with 2 burgers come out of your nose about what MJ said, then go and do that. But mommy don't give a... Fuck. Do you understand? So, if you like, take it. Don't take it. I don't even care to even explain and be like, I was going. So my team was like, oh yeah, you should, try to explain that and be. I don't give a fuck. Look at the people who are talking anyways. You give a fuck. And my community is for the bitches. I'm for the girls. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down and tell you guys that you guys need to have... The moral of the story is, back to the conversation that I was saying, a man will always know your social currency and your impact before you do. It is important to understand that when you're coming to a situation, these what do you bring to a nigga's tables will make you feel like you're not bringing anything. But just being who you are, just being the woman that you are, is something that's beneficial to them. Sorry, and... that boy, what's his name? The fine boy from the NBA. If there's any other fine boys in the NBA that want to educate me about, what's going on like in America, and just let me know, innit? Like, I'm so open to constructive criticism. Do you understand? Anyways, guys, I'm gone. I'm going to have my buzzball, enjoy the summer. I love you guys. We'll be back next week. And hopefully we'll be back next week. We'll be back next week with a little bit more, enjoyments, entertainments, something else not about me. Okay, I love you guys. Have a good one. Mwah.